Hello, good people, and welcome. This is Singing Dawn, and I'm Ellen. I'd invite you to gather yourself, to arrive fully, get yourself set up, feel your way through your body, connect your breath to your consciousness, and aim the arrow of your intention for our practice together today. Bright morning stars are rising, bright morning stars are rising, bright morning stars are rising. Day is breaking in my soul. So welcome once again. Today is day 8, planet. This week, we're going to be taking time, one step each day, with exploring that spectrum of resonance for chanting that I outlined last week on day 4, proclaim. And you can go back and watch that video from day 4 if you want to, again, see the whole spectrum and get a little introduction. But today we are focused on the first step, which is feet flat on the floor and spread out, and our pelvic floor rooted and connected to the chair. So our feet are connected to the ground, and the pelvic floor is rooted and connected to the chair. So I'm rocking back and sideways on my sit bone so I can feel that chair. And now I'm rocking forward and back, opening and closing the hip joint as I feel my feet on the floor, to feel that balance of both rootedness and motion. So there's a stillness or a centeredness or a solidity in where I'm connected to feet and pelvic floor, supporting me, but also some sense of flotation, of vibrancy, of flexibility, of willingness or sweetness. The spiritual tradition even calls it, of sweet softness in the midst of this groundedness. So we're just going to sound this rootedness very low in our range, so whatever feels like it's toward the bottom of your vocal range, and the vowel is and you want to see if you can send those vibrations right to the pelvic floor, the pelvic girdle, and your feet. Send the vibrations right through there. Draw breath in through there. Send the vibrations out through there. And just remembering that we're allowing the inhale. We rise with the inhale, and then we sound by dropping that exhale into the belly. Pelvic floor spreads out on the chair like the foot of a snail spreads out on what it's supporting it. And my feet also creating suction with the floor. Okay, so I invite you to keep a sense of connection with the floor, with the chair, with your own rooted and groundedness as we continue singing today. So our word for today comes from the psalm we're going to sing is planet, Earth, our island home. Where are you rooted? The earth may feel solid and still to us, but in fact, we are in spectacular motion. Motion in physics must be measured in relation to something. So in relation to the Earth's center, the surface of the Earth at the equator is spinning at roughly 1,000 miles per hour. And in relation to the sun, the Earth is moving roughly 67,000 miles per hour in its orbit. In relation to the center of our solar system, our whole galaxy is whirling around at about 490,000 miles per hour. And in relation to cosmic background radiation, the heat from the Big Bang, which is now dispersed throughout the cosmos, in relation to that background radiation, our planet is moving at roughly 872,405 miles per hour. So in the midst of our stillness, a still center, we are moving in many ways at many speeds at once. What is the stillness against which you measure your motion? What is the stillness in relation to which you measure your motion? How is your practice of chanting affecting your experience of motion in your own body and your own soul? How is it affecting your experience of where center is for you? This week, we are beginning our practice of chanting a psalm. We're going to start with Psalm 67, which is the first psalm of Singing Dawn as called for by Benedict. I'm going to screen share the text. The text is also uploaded to the drive, and you can find the link to that drive in the description underneath the video. I invite you to experiment with learning the psalms that we're going to be doing, learning them by ear, because learning them by heart will actually come faster in the end. I think, I posit, that if you try to learn them intellectually and with your vision. I'm guessing that all of us have actually learned a lot of songs, nursery rhymes, pop songs, hymns, all kinds of things by ear and by heart over our lifetime. So I'm inviting you to step into a practice that I'm pretty sure you already have in your repertoire somewhere. You just may not have associated it with something like this. So let me come up to the computer and share my screen. And there it is, the text of Psalm 67. So for today, we're just going to dive right in and do by doing, learn by doing. And our practice is going to be, we're going to start with the opening verse that we worked with all last week, Holy One, open my lips, and then the doxology, and then we'll chant the psalm, and you can see at the bottom there's a doxology. So here we go. And as we do our practice today, I'd invite you to return to that sense of rootedness, our connection with the planet in its stillness and in its motion, in our stillness and in our motion, in God's stillness and God's motion. Holy One, open my lips, and my mouth shall proclaim your praise. And if you remember, we're going to stand and take our time, reaching up to the sky and down to the ground. On the inhale, on the exhale, folding forward. Inhale to come up halfway, lengthen the spine. And the exhale. Glory be to the Mother, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit. Inhale. On the next exhale. As always before, so now and forever. Amen. And come back to seated. Favor and bless us, Holy One. Let your face shine on us, revealing your way to all peoples. Salvation the world over. Let nations sing your praise. Every nation on earth. The world will shout for joy, for you rule the planet with justice. In fairness you govern the nations, and guide the peoples of earth. Let nations sing your praise, every nation on earth. The land delivers its harvest. God, our God, has blessed us. Oh God, continue your blessing. May the whole world worship you. Again, take our time to rise up, lift and reach, lift up, reach down. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Glory be to the Mother, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit. As always before, so now and forever. Amen. And take 3 breaths in and out to let the sound settle in us, to seal our chant. Yes, it is so. Thank you so much for sharing in the practice today. See you tomorrow. Peace.